Hey, greetings. So I thought I'd try something a little different that has sort of seeped in from my past in terms of the kind of music I used to like to play and enjoy listening to, and really gave a lot of my time on this, trying to get a sense of that. That was, the rock generation that we grew up on in India in the 80s. And even though I played and played and played and played, somehow I never quite got the juice of being free with those songs that I felt really deeply and I thought I knew really well. But fortunately for me, I found why that was and why I had to play this way, why I had to retune my guitar in the way it is, that I needed to find a different cadence, my own cadence. So, and just another thing that may or may not be of interest to anybody, but while a lot of rags without notes and words and songs sort of kept opening out because all they are really is combinations of resonant feelings. Each rag or each collection of notes has a different feeling. I started really playing this way with the inspiration that I got from Duda Hari Baba, a Nepali saint, or more less saint, more sadhu, who I met in California back in the day. He told me the very apocryphal story, and I need to go find out how true it was and whether this was like something that he downloaded to tell me because I needed to hear it. But I was stuck musically, I was trying to get these songs like Sultans of Swing. I wanted to play it perfectly, but tried as I could, my hands wouldn't listen. And so he told me, I told him I'm stuck musically, and he said, "Well, I don't know how to help you, but I can tell you a story." So the story he told me was that in Pashupati, where there's this famous temple, Shiv temple, in Nepal, near Kathmandu, he said there used to be a sarod player. And that sarod player, he said, always played at the temple or in his home, but on very special occasions. But he was so great that kings and ambassadors and all these people from other countries, when they came to visit Nepal, they would request well in advance that could they have a performance by this gentleman, because he was so divinely inspired and gifted at how and what he played. But he said there's a twist to this tale, and the twist was very simple. He said that this gentleman played only one rag. He had all his life, all he did was to play the same. Anyway, right? So he played. This is the first rag that I played, by the way, and I find I play it most of the time. And but the thing is, he said that let me examine this one ladder fully. Let me know how to go up and down it, effortlessly expressing the feeling of what this rag is supposed to be about. Mine, by the way, is Basant. It's a slight variation of a rag called Basant, which is spring, the name of the season. So it's very beautiful. So anyway, he played only this one rag, and people came from around the world. And when he announced that he was going to be playing at the temple, there used to be throngs of people there to watch him. But every time he played the same rag, and so many things tie together here. Like you can never cross the same river twice because everything changed. These are wooden instruments largely, and they bend and they flex with the seasons. Like right now, it's really moist and rainy here, monsoons, and my action has gone up a little bit. I'll have to go get it adjusted. But anyway, that's the story of this person whose name he'd never told me. And unfortunately, I heard through the grapevine that Dudahari Baba passed on. So I won't have a chance to go with him. But I'll definitely go and search the story out. But this tuning that I was given, literally given, allowed me to hold on to two actually, expressions of songs that I loved and played when I used to play traditional Western style chord and lead based guitar. That this tuning, of course, it's so beautiful. It's an open tuning, and all my friends who've tried it, they call it like a happy tuning because you can just do this, and if you're into this kind of thing, you can just lose yourself in the amazing resonance that continues to come from this set of notes, right? But anyway, because it's an open chord, it really lends itself to even playing some Western music. So there's a song that had really, how some songs you become obsessed about. Like the first one, unfortunately for me, the first song that I heard that gripped me like a drug was "Cocaine" by Eric Clapton. I'd heard Simon and Garfunkel before. I sang many of their songs, and it was all very sweet and happy making, and lie la lie, lie la lie, lie lie la lie, lie la lie. Yeah, good fun. But this song really, it was a drug. So anyway, from Eric Clapton, I learned that many of Clapton's greatest hits were songs by a gentleman called J.J. Cale. And J.J. Cale played this really driving blues music, nothing like the patsies that came after, honestly. Because the blues is a feeling for sure. It's not music we should be listening to too much, I think, because it's mostly begging and, downward. But anyway, I found the blues that I wanted to play on this tuning, this rag tuning that I mostly 99% play on. And the song by J.J. Cale, I'll just sing a few bars if it feels right. But if any of you know the song, and I hope that little story was somehow interesting to you. Uh, the thing is, like, what came across to me was, wow, so you do one thing and you do it really well, like really well, and everything else falls into place. I mean, he just played this one rag every day, probably hours a day, asking it questions, just like I've been asking this beautiful thing questions, and it taught him and made him world famous, the same one rag. So, Cajun moon, where does your power lie as you move across the southern sky? You took my baby way too soon. What have you done, Cajun moon? Cajun moon. Someday I'll sing the whole song if I feel called. But there you go. The rock and roll. Actually, the blues. Rock and roll was just sped up blues. It just sounded happier. All right. See you soon. Ciao. That's Kamdhenu behind me, by the way. The granter of all wishes. The great Gaumata.